This video, as you can see, I'm not at home in my backyard as usual. I'm in the port of Piraeus, which is the port of Athens, on my holidays, week's holidays. And one thing that's struck me about Athens and what I've seen so far, which has really surprised me, is the level of dirt and filth and graffiti on the streets of Athens. I would always have thought of Athens as a beautiful city, as one of the great cities, the cradle of civilization and so on, but I've really been disappointed with the level of dirt and failure for people or of people to abide by simple housekeeping and general sort of, keeping your own patch clean and so forth. One of the most surprising aspects of it, when you think about it, is that Athens is the cradle of civilization. It's the cradle of and birthplace of democracy and even of law, and had written laws in 600 BC and so on. And yet now, thousands of years later, they have a city which, quite frankly, would not compare well, in my view, with Dublin. I think Dublin is a far cleaner city, far well regulated or better regulated, better ordered city, with far less rubbish and dirt and filth and squalor, quite frankly, that you'll see if you walk the streets of Athens. And I've walked the streets of Athens with my wife in the last few days, and it really has been surprising. But the lesson I would draw from it, and in my own mind I'm kind of thinking to myself, where did it all go wrong? One of the lessons, I suppose, is that if you take something for granted and you don't look after what you do well, then things are going to go pear-shaped. And even though Athens and Greece was the birthplace of civilization and democracy and so on, things have certainly gone wrong in the meantime because they haven't looked after their economy, and the economy is in serious trouble, has been bailed out a couple of times by the EU and the IMF, and they also are pretty fast and loose with rules and regulations. A taxi driver coming in from the airport told us that they had a very free spirit. This was a Mediterranean spirit, which was a free spirit, and it's like the Italians. And I just saw the BBC World News there today, and the Italian government, their economy is in difficulty with the EU over its failure to manage the budget. So it's all very well having a free spirit, and it's all very well throwing caution to the wind when it comes to rules and regulations. But if you don't balance your economy, then you're going to have a situation that you have in Italy and Greece, with poor economies, poor growth, poor services, and very, very poor streets in terms of hygiene and cleanliness and so on. Also, something that struck me here, and it's incredible in a civilized country, people are driving around on motorbikes with no helmets, and coming from Dublin, you'd never see anybody, or I don't live in Dublin obviously, but you'd never see anybody in Ireland driving around with no helmet. And yet that's precisely what happens here, with 33% to 50% of motorcyclists going around with no helmets. So in the country and in the city that gave us democracy and that gave us written laws for the first time probably that would have seeped into Western civilization, you have appalling dirt, appalling graffiti, appalling rubbish thrown on the streets. You have mattresses, you have homeless. I know you have homeless in Dublin, but this, quite frankly, has been an eye-opener for me. And I think for an Irish person coming here, it's really, I'm very proud actually to be Irish, and seeing what we've done in Ireland with our economy and with our country generally. I know there's going to be critics, I know there's going to be naysayers. Jesus, it's only when you get out and about and you see how other places have made of balls and things that you understand how well we've actually done in Ireland. But I think one of the lessons if you're a small business owner is that you look after the meeting. You absolutely excel in delivering whatever it is you deliver for your client, for your customer, for your target market, and you never ever take for granted your success, because it seems to me that what the Greeks have done in relation to industry and the economy and so on is they've taken their success for granted simply because of the strength of their tourism industry. But quite frankly, my few days here have led me to believe that there's no other economy, there's no other industry here in Greece apart from tourism, and everything else is in pretty bad condition. So hope you find the video useful. Say the message from this video is, you know, in terms of where did it all go wrong, Athens, or where did it all go wrong, Greece? It's been all downhill like since, you know, 1500 BC. What I would suggest is, if you're running a small business or if you're trying to start a small business, never ever take for granted the people that you serve. Serve them well. I hope you find this video useful. If you do, please give it a thumbs up down below, and you may be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel.